Okay, so you're running organic campaigns and you're finding that it's a very effective method of finding the right people. The problem is that you don't know how to measure the success of it. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to measure success of your social media campaigns in 4 steps that you can implement today. Yes, it involves our software, so this one is going to be a little bit about tech, but the theory stays the same. You can actually use the theory without using the software if you wanted to. What's up, Sales Ascender? Sean back at you here with another high-ticket tune-up. Hope you're doing really well. I'm pumped to have you with us today. We're going to talk about some awesome things. Before we do that, if you find value in this video, please smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button because that always helps. And if you find that somebody needs this system or needs this solution, make sure and share this out to them because that'd be really valuable. What are we talking about today? How to measure the success of your social media campaigns in 4 steps. I wanted to give you 4 steps because it's really easy to do that. Let's get started. Here we go. All right. Step 1, we need to set up FlowChat, or we need to set up a system like FlowChat. Now, we offer FlowChat. If you want to check out FlowChat and you want to learn all about it, you can go in the comments below and check that out. Click a link, come book a call with our team and figure it out. But I want to walk through this with you so you really understand. First thing we need to do is set up something called a pipeline flow with the messaging that we're going to send. So in this case, as you're looking at the screen here, we've got imported prospects. That's our first step in the flow. Then we're going to qualify those prospects. Then we're going to send them an initial message and get a response from them. And then we're going to book a call, and then we're going to make a sale, right? So if we go very simplistic and we start very simple, this is where we start. Okay, so you could do this on a spreadsheet with a piece of paper and some messaging, or you can use FlowChat, which is 100 million times easier and faster and better to set all of this stuff up, right? Once you have it set up, very, very simple, right? You just write out the messaging conversation that you want to have with the people, and then you go to social media, you find some of their links, you put prospects into your pipeline, and you actually start doing the work, right? Secondly, as you see on the screen here, this is where we add the prospects and we start the messaging system. We have a one-click import system where you can go in FlowChat. Again, doesn't have to be FlowChat. You can use a spreadsheet mechanism if you want. But with FlowChat, you can very simply just click the button that says import these people. Now, these people could be people that have liked your post. They could be commenters on your post. They could be your followers. They could be your story and reel viewers from Instagram. They could be your Twitter followers. They could be anywhere on LinkedIn, right? So we give you, I think we actually play nice on 11 different social platforms. We're the only ones of its kind that do that. And we have the ability for you to just move forward, move fast right away. So we're going to add a bunch of prospects to this flow, and we're going to start moving them through the process. We got to qualify them by looking at their profile and validating on 4 questions, typically yes, no. When you look at a profile, is this guy a potential or girl a potential fit for you? If so, they're qualified. Then we send them the first message. Then we get a response. Then we book a call. Then we make a sale. That's usually the process that this particular pipeline is going to use. So we add prospects and start messaging. Next, this is where it gets really hypercritical. What I've shared so far is nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary. The problem is most people, if they're doing it without a system like FlowChat, like on a spreadsheet, is they get stuck on how to get the reporting out. We've made it extremely easy to click up and set up a whole entire reporting system for your KPIs. So you can see here on the screen now, what I've got is that imported prospects over here on the far left of the screen. And I've got the qualified prospects, the initial message, the response received, the call books, and the sales made. And then in between each of those stages, I have the percentage. See, because when you're looking at reporting at a top level, if you're not the one executing the play, look for percentages, look for trends. That's the important part. And so once we set up the KPI reporting, which takes less than 3 minutes in our system, now we start reviewing numbers and fixing problems. This is the secret to how to maximize the success of your social media campaigns. Reviewing your numbers, right? How many people were put into this particular pipeline on any given day, week, month, right? How many of the people that you put in were actually qualified? In this example, 86 people were put in the front. 50 of the 86 were actually qualified with a visual check on their profile. We see that it's a 58% qualification process, which is really, really good, right? You want it anywhere between 50 and 100%. So that means 1 out of every 2 people that you're putting into your pipeline is pretty qualified, and you can move forward from there. So now we have 50 qualified prospects. And now we're going to send initial messages to all of them, right? Well, maybe we only work for one day and we're able to send 25 messages initially out to these people. So 50% of the people that are now qualified have received our first message. So we know that it says 50%. And then of those 25, 19 of them gave us responses. Now we can see that our messaging is giving us a 76% response rate. Really big number, right? And I'm going to go back and I'm going to share some averages for you. I just want to cover this whole thing. So 19 people receive responses. And then of those 19, 7 booked calls. That means 37% of those people are booking calls with you. Of the 7, you close 3 of the deals. If you're a pretty solid salesperson, it means you're closing around 43%. So now let me talk a little bit about this idea of the percentages, right? So imported to qualified, again, 50 to 100% is the range. Qualified to initial message being sent should be 50 to 100%. Initial message sent to response received should be anywhere from 15 to 75%. That's the range, big range. We've done millions of dollars off a 16% acceptance or first message response rate received all day long, right? So if you're getting higher than 15%, you're in the right zone. You want to keep in optimizing that move. Once we've gotten a response from somebody to book a call, should be anywhere from 35 to 60% of the people that you're working there. And then, of course, the people that book calls, you should have a closing of anywhere of 20 plus, typically the numbers of how it works, right? And so you can see by just understanding those metrics and understanding what you need to optimize in order to fix the game plan. So like, for example, if your initial message to response received was less than that 15%, we're going to go back in and rewrite the first message. If the responses received were 19 people, 37% of those people book calls, or let's say less. So let's say you have 19 responses received and only 2 people booked a call. We're going to have to go into the messages and change that part of your messaging sequence in order to optimize it, right? This is a work in progress. It's not supposed to be completed in a day. Rome was not built in a day. This is a system that can pump millions of dollars of revenue right into your business when you get it right. It takes overall, on average, about 20 days to get this thing fully optimized. And then what you'll see is it'll just start producing. And it's like a light switch, and it doesn't cost you money every time you go to run it because it's a system that's done organically. So you're not paying for ads. You're not having to worry about how to fill a challenge or some or anything like this. You're just connecting human to human, one-to-one, but you're doing it at scale, and you have a measurable tech system behind your game plan using a FlowChat, or if you're using a spreadsheet or whatever, right? And that's it, right? So if you understand how to look at your metrics, review them, and then fix problems, those are the 4 steps. With that said, hopefully this one's been valuable to you. I know a lot of people have been asking me for this one, so I wanted to share it with you. Again, please smash that thumbs up. Share this out to somebody else that might need to know this data. And of course, if you find this valuable, please smash that subscribe button. With that said, I can't wait to see you next time. Ciao for now.